You're one step closer to becoming the best version of yourself because you are now tuned into the show where you learn to define, first of all, what success means for you, what that's going to look like in your life, and then how to go out and actually achieve it. I'm going to help you create authentic power in your life so you can be someone other people want to listen to, follow, socialize with, advocate for. Not to mention, I'm going to give you a new angle, a new perspective on different personal growth topics to put you in a position to win in life. Sounds good to me. If that sounds good to you, you're in the right spot. Welcome to the Sprouting Success Podcast. My name is Remmi Ellis. I'm the host today, and I'm the host every day. Man, does it feel good to say that. It's been quite some time. It's been too long since I put out a new episode of this show. I want to say thank you to everyone who's listening now, everyone who's been listening since day one and everything in between, and to those who reached out over the past 7-8 weeks to offer words of encouragement, love, support. It's unbelievable. I appreciate you so much. So what's the deal? What's going on? Where have you been, Remmi? Why the radio silence? I know I don't necessarily have to explain myself, but in the spirit of being transparent and real, something I've tried to instill on this platform and with this show, I want to be open with you all. I went through a period of struggle. Life had been socking me in the mouth, and I think I finally got knocked out. My mental health had been suffering over the past few months, and it reached a point where I didn't feel like I could be a positive influence on other people, and because I wasn't that for myself. So I couldn't motivate myself, and so I decided not to put anything out for the time being into the world. I needed some time to look within, figure out what was really going on with me, try to find the root of my obstacles if I could, and begin to plan how to overcome them. And I'd like to say that sitting here today, I'm on the other side of this obstacle. I'm learning, I'm growing. I have a long way to go mental health-wise, and I'd like to get into that a little bit today, if that's all right. My hope is that by sharing my experience, an idea, a thought, an example will resonate with you, and you can take that, make a positive change in your own life. So our 3 points today will be along the lines of mental health. Point number 1, you cannot carry all of the past with you. Yeah, I feel a very strong connection with my past, of course. It's the story of how I became, how I've grown into the man I am today. And I'm sure you feel a connection with your past as well, your memories. We're all human. We all feel nostalgia. There's good, there's bad, there's everything in between. Everyone's past is different, of course, but you should feel a connection with the story of you because you are the way you are today because of everything you experienced and been through. It's easy to have this notion, though, that you're being tethered down or grounded by your past and that the future, your future horizons and opportunities might be clouded because of something that happened in the past. Now, over this past year, I had a very negative experience. I lost something very dear to me, unexpectedly, very unexpectedly, and I'm left to carry on, pick myself up, put on a bright face, continue my life, and that's not easy. I'm finding that the more I hold on to the past, the more I relive, replay, resurface negative feelings associated with the past, be it guilt, anger, pain, embarrassment, that does nothing for me today. That actually makes me feel terrible today. So why would I do that? Why would you do that? Because it's hard to let go. For so long, I thought that the future was this amazing place that all my goals would have come to fruition and I would be experiencing all the visions I had of success. But now I see that the future is a product of the present moment, of right now. What happens tomorrow is predicated on what I do today. So holding on to the past, the good, the bad, that takes up a lot of space. So if you must hoard, if you must be a hoarder, hoard the good things. Happy memories, fun experiences, love, joy, affection. It's like the example I'm sure that most of you have heard in some variation about climbing a ladder and the fact that you can't advance up the rungs if one of your hands is busy holding something else. You need to let go of whatever you're holding on to in order to climb, progress, grow. I'm trying to let go of the negativity of my past that still lives inside me to make room for the present day happiness and fulfillment that I want to feel. Point number 2, other people can't solve your problems. I should probably rephrase that to, other people can only help you solve your problems so much. There comes a point when, after you're done venting and they're done consoling you, the session's over, that you need to go out and continue living your life. The clock doesn't stop just because you feel miserable or bad. Life continues. And it's great to be supported by other people. And it's such a blessing to have people that have experienced something similar or the same thing to you around. Those people are able to empathize with you in a way that other people just can't. But there will come a time when it's just you, standing alone, facing down your problem, whatever it is, self-doubt, pain, embarrassment, fear, unfulfillment. And you're going to have a decision to make. Essentially, do you want to fall deeper into the hole that you're in? Or do you want to start to fight, start to climb your way out? Somebody else can't solve your problems for you. How could they? Another example, mathematics. Now, I've always been better with language, I feel like, but I think I'm dangerous enough to get by with math. And in algebra, I remember my professor telling us that on the exam, they would provide us this sheet of formulas and equations, and in that way, they were helping us as much as they saw fit. So, when I'm taking the test, I have the process for solving the problem. But it's up to me to figure out what the variables are and in which order of operations to move first. So in life, other people can give you a formula. They can give you an equation that they've solved maybe or tried to solve, but they can't fill in your variables. Those are your own. They will never be anyone else's. Your answer will not be someone else's either. You could use a similar process, but your answer will always be different. And that's okay. Point number 3, clean your self-image mirror. Yes, clean your self-image mirror. What I've been dealing with in my life is, I think, struggling with self-image, feeling like I'm not fulfilling all my potential or that I need to be doing something more purposeful. And so I'm asking myself, how do I build back my confidence? How do I start believing in myself again? How do I start being more of me? And the answer, I think, is to clean my self-image mirror. Because we all know that over time, mirrors get gross. They smudge, they stain, they streak. And I never really notice it until I'm brushing my teeth and there's splotches all over my face on the mirror that I need to clean. Your self-image mirror and how you view yourself is no different. So you can do this in several ways. Eliminate all the judgments, fears, expectations you've placed on yourself until it's just you, a human staring back at yourself. And then we can begin. Ask yourself, who am I? And just stare into the eyes of your reflection. Nobody's perfect, and you're going to find some imperfections along the way looking back at you, and that's okay. But the majority of the problem is the fact that the mirror itself isn't dirty. Take time to wash away all the smudges, streaks on that mirror, and get a good look at the superstar that's looking back at you. Let's recap today's topic, which is more conversation on mental health and self-image. Point number 1, you cannot carry all of the past with you. Remember the example of the ladder. For you to be able to climb that ladder, progress, you can't have anything holding you down. You can't be holding anything. Again, needs both hands free. Point number 2, other people cannot solve your problems. Someone can give you the formula, an equation that might work, but they cannot fill in your variables and solve it for you. And point number 3, clean your self-image mirror. All mirrors get dirty, streak, smudge, including your internal mirror, how you view yourself in the world. The problem is the mirror itself is dirty. The platform by which you are viewing yourself isn't even clean, so no wonder you aren't seeing yourself in all your brightness and all your shining abilities. I'd like to say I'm back. I'll be on socials, hit my line, send me a DM. Let me know what you've been up to. Make sure you leave a review of this show wherever you're listening. I've been Remmi Ellis. I'll see you soon. Until then, stay well.